Marco, we'll wait until there's actual sound, but I'd like you to give Roger the number. Did your wife murder you? That was a question?
We're on? Yeah. You know, I was going to suggest you just turn it off and then turn it back on. Usual. You know how we go.
Welcome to the Bleedbigblue podcast, dedicated coverage of the New York Football Giants by your hosts, Marco, Trifecta, T. Merritt, and JBW.
The football game.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm glad we get it over with.
I just want to point out for the fans before we get too deep into it. Notice how the most hated host is not here yet this evening. No. Call the number, Jimmy.
And you know, it's good that he's in the right state of mind. Because he's been angry for days.
I was angry on Sunday.
I didn't even get into the chat. I would just see parts of the chat and I'm like, I'm not going to get sucked in. I'm not going to get sucked into this anger.
I was angry on Sunday.
You know what, Justin? I'm starting to realize that you're a lot angrier than James really is.
Because here's the thing, and I don't want to get into this too quickly, but I mean, there is a part of me that, I mean, we played. You could make the argument that we played our second best game of the season on Sunday, and we almost won. We needed a 63-yard field goal to beat us, but we still only played 75% of a football game.
And we literally gave them a touchdown.
The fact that we can't get up for 4 quarters, like that we go through phases in a game where, like, we don't just fail for a play or two, we fail for 6 plays in a row. Throw in 2 atrocious calls by referees, and we got screwed over on Sunday. But that's not even the part that bothers me. The part that bothers me is that there are some people on this team, and I'm sure we'll get into it with Jimmy, but there are some people on this team that I don't think care. And the fact that we can't seem to, no matter who get somebody that can accurately field a punt or a kick. Like, what are we doing in practice?
It just may be a lunatic you're looking for.
Here goes
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Am I right about something else this week?
Well, what are you right about?
Another week? Another check mark.
What are you right about?
Ding.
What were you right about?
Guys, Captain Diva has showed up with Lil Wayne and everything. It's great. All right, the game. You guys want to talk about the game like it matters? You guys want to talk about the game? Let's talk about the game. It does not.
Hold on.
It's a joke.
No. Listen.
It's a joke.
What? I want to pose the question to Jimmy, and then we'll let Tim respond, and I have a response as well. But why? Explain to me why you're upset about the Odell Beckham interview.
Did you watch it?
I watched it, but explain to me why you're upset. Like, break it down for me.
The biggest thing that I thought it was really. I thought what angered me was when they asked him if he liked it in New York, and Lil Wayne fucking laughs, and Odell Beckham laughs like there's an inside joke, and then he gives a bullshit answer after, and then he comes off like, what did he do? For 3 or 4 years, they did nothing but enable this kid and answer and give him every opportunity and answer every question and throw off every person that wanted to bury him, and then they took bullets for him and they made excuses for him, and he was on the bed with the coke and the girls, and he was on good behavior for 90 days, and they handed him the biggest contract the wide receiver has ever seen. And a month and a week into the season, he's sitting there with Lil Wayne making a mockery of your franchise. It is a joke.
Jim?
If you could watch that as a Giant fan, and it doesn't make your blood boil, then you are an Odell Beckham Jr. fan, you are a new generation fan, and God bless you, I tip my cap to you. I can't do it. Like, I can't do it, guys. Like, I can't do it. Like, that's not the Giants. Are you happy in New York? And Lil Wayne laughs. Lil Wayne laughs. Did you watch? He looks at him like,
Lil Wayne.
Should I tell her? He looks at Odell. Odell looks at Lil Wayne like, should I let her in? Should I let her in on our joke? I mean, Marco, am I nuts? Am I making it up? Wasn't it like, look, I got to sit there after we gave this guy all this money, and I got to watch every question that they ask him. Lil Wayne like, like Lil Wayne knows, like he's in on it. Like Lil Wayne, like they're talking like, well, I can't get the ball 20 yards downfield. Oh man, uproar! That single's gonna be hot, and they're just talking back and forth, and then they're laughing about it with Josina Anderson. It's you don't have a problem with it? Come on.
Yeah, Marco.
Marco, please watch it. Please watch it. Please. I read about it, I heard about it, and I purposely didn't say anything until I went and I sat down and I took the 6.5 minutes it took to watch it. And then I watched it again because I was like, I'm not going to be a dick. Let me watch it again. And I watched it again and I got madder the second time.
What?
So I don't know what we're doing here, guys. Like, I don't know what, are we Giant fans or are we Odell fans? Because if that doesn't make your blood boil.
And then I'll give
my take. Let me put this out here. I am an old school Giants fan. I will put that out there right now. But I also know it's a new generation. You have to adapt.
Here we go.
You know what? You have
how many
adapt.
wins have we? How many games have we won? Can we adapt that way? Since we drafted this kid, how many games have we? How many games have we won?
Hold on. Before you get into how many games we won, Odell was right as far as calling people out.
Not the point.
And I'm going to tell you right now, this first game I've actually realized that Odell is absolutely the leader on this team. If he gets hyped up, the rest of the team gets hyped up. And you know what? You get mad at that, but that's the case.
Where is he? Where is he leading us? Where is he leading us? Do you see Sterling Shepard on the sideline? Where did he learn that?
He stopped Shepard. He walked him off.
Where did Shepard learn it? Where did Shepard learn it?
He stopped him.
Just like I created Frankenstein and then I had to kill him before he destroyed the whole town. Come on, man.
But the thing is, that's
Marco, I can hear you laughing like you know I'm making a point, bro.
That's what we need.
Captain Negative.
You know the problem is, I don't see that same energy on the defensive side. Where's Landon Collins getting somebody's face, or just going off on people?
When he did it, Shermer told him to shut up.
Well, technically,
who was it? They told him not to say anything. You can't say nothing.
No.
Shh. Wait for your money and shut your mouth. Landon, wait for your money. Landon, hold, Tim, explain it to me. Landon, wait for your money and shut your mouth. But Odell, here's all the money and go do an interview with Lil Wayne. Oh, well, of course. Breaking. Yeah, of course. I mean, that's where it is.
The guy does not get in trouble. Odell does not get in trouble, guys.
Oh, my God. Tim, focus.
Is he suspended? Has he been suspended in the game?
We are a joke. It's a joke. We're a joke. We're a laughing stock.
And that's because of Odell.
It's because of everything, but Odell just keeps piling onto it. Little Wayne.
Listen, hold on.
Laughing at us.
Can I say something here?
Uproar is banging, by the way. Hands down, I got to give it to him. Uproar is pretty tight.
It's an important point. All right. So, I heard the interview. I listened to it, and when I heard it initially, I was angry because it's not the greatest optics for the Giants or for Odell. Or for Lil Wayne, for that matter. It's not like he came across looking like, a silver platter, right?
How about the war of words in the middle of the week? Prepared for a short week between Eli Manning and Lil Wayne. That's always fun.
The fact that Eli is talking to Lil Wayne and Lil Wayne's talking back, it's not good optics for the Giants. It's not good optics for Odell. It's not good optics for anybody. But what I will say is this. When I had a chance to think about it, and I was thinking about what Odell said and how he said it, the medium that he used, and the way that he communicated it, and then the end result. We've been on this show for the better part of the past season and 6 games, begging Eli Manning to throw the ball down the field. Hell, we had our greatest show last week because we created a drinking game where it was a check down. If Eli threw it over 3 yards, we were going to take a shot, and we were all saying we were going to be so drunk by the end of the first quarter. We couldn't get Eli to throw a ball beyond a 3-yard timing route that Odell would take to the house for the better part of a year and a half. And Odell Beckham sits down for one 6-minute interview, and he expresses that he's unhappy. You know what? If I was making $95 million and the team was 4-16 in the last 20 games, I'd be unhappy too. And if somebody asked me about it and I had the platform, you bet your ass I'd take advantage of it. Now, I'd be man enough to do it without Lil Wayne. I think the whole reason Lil Wayne was there is because Odell, he's a little bit afraid to push Eli too hard, right? So you have Lil Wayne with you on the interview.
I didn't take it like that watching that interview. I took that as a big fuck you to Eli Manning.
You have Lil Wayne with you. It softens the blow a little bit, right? You am I happy in New York? No, I'm not happy in New York. We're 4-20, and my quarterback can't throw the ball beyond 3 yards. All right? So fast forward. And against Carolina, for the first time in a year and 5 games, a year and 6 games, whatever the hell it is, Eli Manning's throwing the ball down the field.
And he threw 2 picks.
Chances, and he made 2 mistakes. But he hasn't thrown the ball down the field in a year and a half. There's going to be some growing pains there. So do I like the way that the message was communicated? Not my favorite. But did it accomplish what I was looking for? Was the offense more aggressive? Did it look the best that it's looked in a year, in 2 years? Did it score 30 points like we were pining for them to do? Like we've been begging for them to do, to just put up 30 points? Did they do that? Did the offense look better? I think that they did. And I think that Odell has that power. Does he have to learn how to channel it? Absolutely. And do I want him doing that again in the future? Probably not. But Odell Beckham has the power to get something done that no one on this team could do. How many coaches has Eli been through? Been through 3 coaches.
Can he win a game?
He's been through 3 coaches.
Can they win a game? Can they win a game? Can they win?
Hold on a second, though.
There's too much to ask. I mean, is this? Are we really getting more victories from?
Why am I mad at Odell Beckham? Because you can't do that. You can't do what he did and then come out and muff a punt and drop a ball on 4th and 3 that hits you in the hands. You cannot do that.
It's very dangerous.
You cannot call out your quarterback and your offense and say that you're not happy in the city and then make 2 catastrophic errors that ultimately are the reason that we lost the game. If Odell Beckham catches that punt, the score of the game is 31 or 31-24 or whatever it is. All right? So it's a mixed bag with Odell, but I'm not mad at him for the message that he sent because it got shit done.
What?
Wins will come. Philly's right to get their ass handed to them. It's a short week.
You better. Let me tell you something. You're right. You better win.
We're loose.
I mean, let's be honest. This game is a playoff game this week, guys. It's all in for this week. It's a playoff game.
Why do you think?
Yeah, go ahead. Yes. Not 100%, but it's pretty damn close. It's pretty damn close. Do you want to know where my breaking point is? Is that pretty much what you're trying to find out?
I'm just trying to see at what point do we look at reality. Like, I mean, like the Giant fans that are saying, oh, we're 1 game out. And I'm like, of what? Of a horrible division? Like, is that the goal? Is the goal to have a team that wins the division at 7-9 or 8-8? Like, is that the goal?
The point is getting the playoffs. It's getting playoffs.
I can't have it both. Can I have it one way? No, Tim. There's a difference between going to the playoffs at 9-7 and 7-9 and winning a horrible division, and it's just like this division is so bad. Like, I'm looking at how we play. Like, to me, it's too early to look at the standings anyway. Like, until we get to the end of October and there's 8 games left and we start pushing towards the end, like, and you start seeing where teams are, 5-3, 3-5, right there, who's got a shot. Like, to me, it's like, how are you playing? And right now, they're losing. I mean, they've played 5 games and they've lost 4. Like, I don't. And now you're in a short week against the Super Bowl champs who are just as desperate as you are. And everything is pointing to, and all these Thursday night games, it's always pointing to the home team, the home team, the home team. They always have the advantage. They always have the advantage. Well, guys, I just got a gut feeling that it is not going to be, it is going to be a dogfight. And you better find a way to come out tomorrow night with a victory, or like, whatever little hope that these people are holding on to, like these delusional people, it drops completely out, and they're going to be in for a rude awakening. And then you're going to have a long week digesting all of this that's happened in the last 6 days. He's good. He's really good. He's really good. The kid's amazing. There's never a question. I'm surprised how good he is after contact. That's what my big question was, how good he is how can he be between the tackles? How can he be yards after contact? And he's answered that question through the first 5 games, hand over fist, that it's not an issue. And that's phenomenal. So that's great. And I drafted him number 1 overall in our league. So how about that?
He is a monster. And when
he needs the ball more.
When the offense needs a spark, when the offense gets a little stagnant, it's been 2 or 3 times now throughout the course of these 5 games that big magical play doesn't come from Odell Beckham. It comes from Saquon Barkley.
Dude, the spin move and the jump to the outside on that one run, and then the acceleration to get up the sideline, and then the run through the other 2 guys to pick up additional yardage. That was, to me, that was his best run of the season.
Oh, easily.
And like, out of everything that he's done this year, I thought that was the most impressive. I sat up and was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Like, that was like the spin and then the drop of a dime to jump to the outside was just pretty. Wasn't it pretty? It was like he was like he was in the Matrix. It was like everybody else was flying around and he was just like, oh no, I'm gonna go this way. It was really pretty.
To quote George Costanza, after that play, it moved.
Yeah, it did.
It just shifted to the right a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Family show. Trust you know what we mean.
Yeah, that was nasty.
And quite honestly, he scored twice on Sunday, and he would have scored again, except Julius Peppers grabbed him on the face mask out on the 15-yard line, which the refs didn't call, by the way.
Nah, that was the face mask. But I know what you're saying. He like touches the mask. But Saquon has played above my expectations easily. And that's why I'm cool with where we're at. Let's come to what worst thing's going to happen, guys. So we suck the rest of the year. We go into next year's draft. We build on what we already have. And obviously, Gettleman showed that he drafted well. I'm going to tell you right now, the rookies look good. I like the way Lorenzo Carter plays. Obviously, Will Hernandez has played well. And VJ Hill, he's another one who just keeps disrupting the plays.
The best play that Lorenzo Carter made on Sunday was when he got in Cam Newton's face.
Yes.
Self-right Cam Newton.
I definitely was pumped up about that. Someone get a little attitude.
Cam Newton, Cam, if you're listening, please call in and explain why on one play you're the lead blocker on a reverse and you're not afraid to pummel somebody, but then Kerry Wynn touches you on your shoulder pad and you flop like a little girl. Cam, you're a little girl.
Very smart.
Flopping in front of the ref.
I see a lot of
you know what? Everybody says that whole flopping thing. Let me tell you something. As a Celtic fan, I don't mind when Marcus Smart flops whatsoever, because if it's called a charge, we're going the other way. Yeah, but in the NFL, it's a 15-yard penalty. Like if somebody touches, all the ref may see out of his peripheral vision is somebody's hand go up, and then somebody go flying on the ground with all the shit that's going down. And he may turn around because it's the NFL and they're always trying to protect everybody, everybody's flag crazy, and end up throwing a flag and you get 15 yards. I just put my offense in a better position to score because you're an idiot. I don't mind somebody I wish somebody would do that on our team. I have no problem with that happening. Get one.
This is what I think.
We can take all the yards we can get.
This is what I think the NFL should do with those.
Yeah, no, run. Let them review it. Never know.
Here's what the NFL should do with those roughing the passer, unnecessary roughness penalties, right? Because it's a shit show at this point, family show. I'm sorry. It's frustrating to watch this, right? So instead of putting it in the ref's hands and having them throw penalty flags themselves, I would make the argument that they should give each coach separate flags from challenge flags, right? And if you feel like your guy was unnecessarily rough or hit illegally in any way, right? You throw the challenge flag for that, right? And it goes to a panel of 5 people in New York. And those 5 people have a quick vote. Majority wins. If you lose and that panel says that was not unnecessary roughness, you get
cut off your quarterback's head.
The 15-yard penalty goes both ways. So if you throw that flag and you lose, you get a 15-yard penalty. If you throw that flag and you win, you get a 15-yard penalty in your favor. Problem solved. Because these refs, they are so shell-shocked. They have the wonder that is Roger Goodell telling them, got to worry about player safety because we don't want to get sued. So if they touch
it has absolutely nothing to do. I don't think it has anything to do with player safety. I don't think the league gives a shit about player safety. I think the picture that I sent you, I think it has everything to do with what I sent you guys today. Did you see the little picture that I sent you guys today?
No.
What?
Let me pull it. Hold on. Let me pull it up because this is what it's all about. Hold on. This is. Let me get it for you guys. I don't know if Marco's going to fix this up. Hold on. Okay. This is since the merger in 1970 through the first 5 weeks of the season, league-wide, highest completion percentage ever, 65%. Most touchdown passes ever, 275. Highest touchdown percentage, 4.8%. Highest touchdown interception ratio, 1.95. Highest pass attempts per team per game, 36.6. I don't think they give 2 shits about the player safety. I think they know that points make people watch and put people in the seats. And Tom Brady this week called the NFL glorified college nowadays. And I think that's what it has to do with. They know that if the quarterbacks are getting hurt, the backups, the quality of the backups is such a drop that the quality of play drops off, and you don't get the casual fantasy type watchers, so to speak.
You know what, Mark? Record this. I agree completely.
Right? I don't think they give a shit about these guys. I think it's a shame. I don't even think it's fantasy. I think it's just overall money in their pockets. Like, the more points that are scored, the more people are going to watch on Sundays, the more attendance is going to be up, the more interest it's going to be all around. I think fantasy plays into it. I think it's great for guys like us, but I think for the most part, But for the most part, for the league, it's just overall, like, offense is sexy. People want to see the long ball. People want to see the 3-point shot. People want to see the dunk. You know what I mean? The people don't show up to see the guy box out or to play hard-nosed defense in the paint or to see a lockdown corner. You know, they're showing up to see the quarterback. They're showing up to see the guys that put points on the board.
Well,
if those guys are hurt,
at this point,
no money.
I was listening to Good Morning Football this morning, and they were talking about the Cowboys and how Cowboys are pretty much – defense is pretty good, and Elliott's leading the league in rushing, but they're boring as crap to watch. They're like Cleveland Browns are more exciting to watch than Dallas Cowboys are.
Why?
You know, because they actually do more things than just ground and pound and play defense.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that at all. See, I don't think it's the fact that they do more things on offense. I think it's the fact that people forget that 3 weeks ago, remember the first half of that Browns game when Tyrod Taylor was playing, and remember the second half of that Browns game when Baker Mayfield came in. The quality of quarterback play, the difference of quarterback. You put a guy in there that can make some throws. I mean, just go back to that game that was on national TV. The first half, Tyrod Taylor looked awful. The second half, Baker Mayfield wasn't perfect, but you can just see the difference in the way he threw the ball and the quickness of how he was getting it out and how he was attacking the defense in the seams and pushing the ball more than 4 yards down the football field. Right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's the non-conservative approach compared to, somebody that's going to take some risks. But you know what? There's a lot more reward with the way the league is run nowadays than with taking the risk and all this conservative quarterback play that we've seen over the years. Like Alex Smith made a career out of it, being conservative quarterback. That's
now.
The way he plays.
But now it's about you. You can't. We've said it for the last month. We were saying it in respect to the Giants. We were saying that it was frustrating not only because of the talent that the Giants have, but because of the fact that in the NFL today, they are begging you to score points. They are 100%. Begging you to put points on the board.
And when I made the list this week, the list of shame and all crap, people were giving me crap about not putting out Eli on the list of shame. I go, he's finally pushing the ball down the field. I go, I'm fine with the interception or two. I mean, granted, I
don't mind that.
I wish he. One of them, I think Shepard ran the wrong route, or
it is more than the picks, Tim. More than the picks. Do you know what it is? It's the droughts in which they struggle. Like it's the fact that they could look so good for a drive and then not score for 2 or 3 quarters and turn the ball over and look awful, and then with 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter, all of a sudden they look amazing and they start throwing the ball around the field. And they, you know what I'm saying? If they can consistently move the ball,
I'm gonna steal a line from James. I'm gonna steal a line from James. That was something that we did when I was in my 20s, right? When I was much younger, right? The Cardiac Giants, Eli would always lead us back in the fourth quarter. We were a fourth quarter team. You turn it on for You turn it on with about half the time gone in the third quarter. You throw 3 touchdowns in the second half, and we'd eke one out, right? We'd all go away happy. I was in my 20s. My heart could take it. I eat too much cheese now, all right?
Yep.
Way too much cheese. I'm bound up. I can't deal with this shit anymore.
Nope.
All right. I gotta agree with you, Justice, because it was like back in those days, Eli was the king of the 2-minute drill. He didn't care what the offense ran. Once he ran the 2-minute offense, you know he'd get the ball down the field back then.
I got news for you guys. Can they do that more now? Like I would like to see them with the matchups that they can create, like to get like to use the hurry up more. Like I think that they can really put defenses out on their heels. Now again, Eli has to make throws and convert, but yeah, I think they have. And there's 2 things I'd like to see that. I'd like to see them use that more often because I think that that's always been a strength of Eli's, and God forbid we play to our players' strengths. But so utilize that a little more, and then God forbid we play to the team strengths and give Saquon Barkley the fucking ball. Like, just hand him the ball. Just if it doesn't work, give it to him again. And I just stop with this. You picked him second. The window is small. Use the window and take full advantage of it and let this kid play football. Stop trying to baby. Not enough.
Like 12. I want to say
I'm
something
sorry.
like that.
I'm sorry. He is built like. The more I watch him play, I don't think that he's. I'm not putting him in Le'Veon Bell's class 5 games in, but in respect to
he
his.
He could be there.
No, I think he could be. I think he could be better because I think he's more explosive than Le'Veon Bell. Not even Le'Veon Bell is a. If you. And I'm invested. I'm a Bell fan because I've had him in fantasy the last couple of years in money leagues, and I've watched him play a lot. Le'Veon Bell is a hell of a football player, and he physically pounds a defense, and he takes the ball 30 times a game, sometimes more, and just goes right between the tackles 30 plus times and delivers hits plus catching the ball. So I'm reluctant to just say, okay, yeah, Saquon can do that. All right. Now, I think he can be. Now, when I watched him play, while Bell is more violent, okay, Saquon to me, his acceleration, he's more explosive, and I don't know, like I want that guy to have the ball as many times as humanly possible. And like we said last week, if he's breathing, give it to him.
How scared were you guys when he jumped into that
with the knee?
Yes.
Hold on. Before we get into that, to talk about
that's yeah. I mean, dude, running backs. I mean, that's
talk about Saquon and his explosiveness. Let's just look at his. He scored what 5 touchdowns so far this season, right?
Yeah.
So let's go through them just quickly. I can get through them in about 30 seconds. First one was a shotgun draw that he bounced to the outside and took 70 yards. Outran an entire defense. Second one was a red zone play where he made one jump cut in the middle, froze a defense, and popped it out to the outside and scored. Third one was against the Texans, where this guy jumped over the defensive line from the 3, not from the 2, not from the 1, from the 3-yard line. He was like, I'm jumping over. You want to talk about some Matrix shit, there you go. Fourth one, he snuck out on a wide receiver bomb, outran the defense, and when the defense had an angle on him, he did a little jump, and they bounced off his thigh, and he took it to the house. And the fifth one, he jump cut inside the pylon from the 2.5. Like, this guy is is an athletic specimen, and he does things that no one else in the league can do. Get him the ball.
Get him the ball. Get him the ball. I'm not. If you're going to tell me that you drafted him at 2, then okay. Then give him the ball. Like, just keep handing him the ball. And when he needs a rest, put Wayne Gallman in. And then when Saquon taps you on the shoulder and he's like, "I'm good," you put him back in the game. Like, it's not. Just keep it as simple as possible. Right? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Well,
that run that you texted us on, he brought it back inside and tried to split 2 people 30 yards down the field. He's not one to shy away from contact. It's only going to be a matter of time before he figures it out, puts it all together.
Yeah, I still there's still certain times I'd like to see him. It looks like he still tries to get to the outside a little bit. God love him, he's trying to make a play. But there's going to be certain times where you need those 3-4 yards. I want to see him still do that. Yeah.
Yeah, they got to figure out how to run block a little bit.
They can't move the pile. Jacksonville.
He's about to be a Pro Bowler in Jacksonville. I know me and James have backed up Eric Flowers the whole time. I just want to put out there that his rookie season with Tom Coughlin loved the guy. And that speaks highly for me. Now, I really think we gave him a raw deal up here. And I think the best thing for his career and for us is for him to move on. He's just been a kicking boy, since he's been here. It
was time to go.
It was time for him to go. And for his career, I think Jacksonville is the best place he can go. He's not getting killed by the media. Coughlin's going to be there, so he's got someone that knows him. I think that'd be a real good fit.
Oh,
yeah, we both a lot of
Syracuse
guys in the draft.
I didn't even know that. Well, that even makes more sense.
What a cluster, though, the way that they handled that. What a cluster. So,
what situation are you talking about? Go ahead.
Well, the Eric Flowers situation.
With the Flowers, Flowers.
Just this season.
For them to cut him, he had to be having him making a problem in the locker room.
Guys,
or just just talking or whatever.
No. For them to go into this season without an insurance plan for Eric Flowers.
Oh, what do you think Chad Wheeler is?
Oh, God. Come on. I mean.
Well, here's the thing, guys. I mean, honestly.
And by the way, did we sign an offensive lineman?
Yeah, we did.
Eric Flowers. Who did we sign?
We brought in a guy.
Joey Testadul from Brooklyn U.
Lions and the Raiders.
Joey Testadul. Yeah, he's 5'4", 104 pounds, and he plays right tackle. And you don't want to mess with him. I wouldn't mess with a Joey Testadul whatsoever. I think he'll be a stellar addition to this offensive line.
That Eric Flowers situation, though.
Yeah, but he went to Brooklyn University. He went to Brooklyn U. He specialized in Gabagool and Galamad. It was his major. Yeah.
I mean, 5'4".
He's like, but that's they listed him as 5'6", but he's 5'4".
5'4",
they got him at 220. He's really $160. It's the gold chains that he wears that has him at 220. But he plays with them.
Yeah.
So that's a positive as well. It's good for his base.
I heard he got those chains from Lil Wayne.
Well, he borrowed them because Lil Wayne's invested in the way that his buddy OBJ's playing. So it makes sense. And Joey Testadul's cousin, Vinny Galamati, he owns the company that Lil Wayne does the records for. So everything ties in. They're part of the family, La Costa Nostra. Right.
More tips. We love the tips.
Yeah, I love the tips. It was the Joey Testadul bit that had them. That was the one that started.
He's 5'4" both ways. Height and weight.
Good shit.
Thank you. Well,
they're probably wondering what we're talking about. They're probably looking up. Would it be funny? Who's Vinny Testadul? There is no Brooklyn University. Captain Negative, you're wrong.
Question about Eric Flowers and Dave Gettleman?
Yeah, buddy.
I'm really concerned about Dave.
Wrong.
All of a sudden?
I'm a little.
What?
I'm a little concerned about Dave. So.
I know Tim. Just side note, Tim's a little concerned about you right now because he probably thinks that I got like earphones, I got you listening to my voice at night with all of this talk all of a sudden back in the NWO.
No,
and now this Gettleman.
I'm concerned about Dave.
Justin during the game has so much hate going on.
There's a lot of anger in him.
He's a lot
the force
of
is strong in that one.
Like
the force is strong.
James doesn't want to talk to him again. Like you almost feel like he's defeated. Like any good player is just you see that. Justin's like F this dude, F this mother.
Yeah.
He needs to be quiet.
Are we gonna talk about the game? What upset me about the game?
No.
In specific order. Kareem Martin bothers me.
He made a lot of errors. He's leading our team.
There's a lot of errors from Kareem. He got manhandled by a quarterback on a lead block. Kareem Martin bothers me. Secondly,
he leads our team on QB pressures.
Secondly,
with one.
The other thing, he's by a 260-pound guy. Okay, go ahead.
The other
Justin, just side note, real quick. Tim said that Kareem Martin leads our team through 5 games in quarterback pressures. For everyone in QB pressures. For everyone who's wondering, that number is 2. Go on.
Hey,
well played. The other player.
It sounded better the way I said it.
Yeah, well, of course.
That made me upset on Sunday, besides Odell, because the muff is its own thing that we've already covered. But the other player that made me upset on Sunday was Russell Shepard. You absolutely cannot make the mistakes that he made in the drive in the first quarter. Back-to-back plays, he had a ball hit him in the hands on a slant that he let bounce off him, and it almost got picked off. And then the next play, that was an amazing self-edit. They're putzing around on the snap count, which we'll get to in a minute. But they're putzing around on the snap count, and this guy flexes out wide. False starts for wide receivers are ridiculous. Just look at the football down the line, and if it doesn't move, you don't move. 2 errors back-to-back, get off my field. We're not good enough. We don't have a large enough.
He didn't make up for it in the rest of the game.
He caught a pass down the field. Good for him.
Well, this was the question I was going to ask you guys earlier. Does it bother? Is it just me, or does it bother me that Russell Shepard is our number 3?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think Cody Latimer's our number 3.
I know he's hurt, but
into action. I'll tell you who I really liked on Sunday was that kid Jaweil Davis. He's got a little bit of something in him. He's got a little shake.
It sounds so dirty the way you just said that.
Yeah, I know.
Sounds like when he says usage.
I said it anyway.
I'll just slip it in.
It was a good usage by Jaweil. Good usage.
Jaweil's got a little something in him.
Yeah.
I'll just slip it in.
Just a little something. A little Tootsie Roll.
Oh, my God!
It's a window thrower.
My family, parenthetically, was yelling at me on Sunday because I was cussing out Eli Manning, calling him a mouth breather for the entire second half.
Justin ruined Sunday dinner.
Yeah, my mom wasn't happy.
It's nice that they're playing on Thursday. The whole family's happy that they're playing on Thursday night. Oh, at least we can enjoy our Sunday dinner in peace.
Yeah,
my man, my man, $50,000. Get out of here. They're still sitting on hold? We have the worst hosts ever. Bring them on. It's probably J-Zac.
Wow.
If it's J-Zac, just put him back on hold.
Hello?
Hey.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, it's Frankie. What's up, gentlemen?
Hey, what's up, Frank?
I listen to the show through the phone, through my Bluetooth. You know what I'm saying? So I could walk around the house or whatever. Makes it easier. You know, I'm not expecting you guys to answer. I mean, if you do, if it's great, you know. I'd like to be on the show. Well, I mean,
Frank,
you know, listen, I like to be productive.
What are you feeling, Frank?
Well, I wanted to touch on one or two of the things you guys had brought up. You know, when you were saying we were that heart attack team, you know, we kind of had to be down by 10 before we would really play, or before Manning would start throwing the ball back in those times.
Yes.
I honestly, I think this defense is good. I like our defense. I like them a lot, and I think if the offense was good and supported them more, it would fire them up more, and they maybe play even better. A lot of the points that were scored were not on the defense, you know. So I think they got a bad rap. I mean, you could shave a lot of the points off of those finals if it wasn't for giving away.
7 points weren't on the defense. You know that.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, and I think honestly, they go out there and they will hold them to a field goal when we need them. They do their best. I mean, I can't hate that. I got to say, you know. So I think the fact that the defense is good enough, why don't we take more shots, you know? And I don't hate what Odell did. I mean, he's saying what 20 million other people are saying. He's not saying anything. He's saying what we're saying, bro. He's listening to the show. Matter of fact, if you look at the way we played,
You heard it here first. Odell listens to the show.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean,
first of all,
yeah, sure.
You put hate comments and
he's the guy that's on hold second longest.
If you listen to the show, it's Captain Negative at Twitter. That's the one you want to come at.
I was voting most hated, wasn't I?
Whatever Odell said, it worked, bro. What Odell said worked. I mean,
it worked.
It up.
You know what? That's the most dangerous part of what he said was what he said after the game, in my opinion. was that
What did he
in
say?
some delusional way that you guys and him seem to think that this worked. I think that's hilarious.
We lost, but there was a difference. You got to
No,
get that.
I don't think it had anything to do with winning or losing, and I don't think it had anything to do with the defense played good enough to win every single one of those games. Like, I didn't see more of an effort this week from the defense than I saw in the previous games of the season.
You know what? But I saw turnovers today. Or turnovers that game.
Yeah, but turnovers are a result of just playing. Turnovers are going to come in the result of playing hard and putting yourself in a good position and making plays. They've been in position to make a couple of turnovers in the first month of the season. They didn't make the play. But when you're watching them play defensively from week 1 through here, you can have a lot of critiques. But one of the critiques to me was not effort, or they needed a spark, or they need something to get them to play hard. It was these guys are playing their balls off, and sometimes the offense just makes a play.
True.
I think Tim was saying about the way we responded to our turnovers.
So you mean the way Eli responded?
No.
Because it seemed the only. I'm putting words in your mouth, because that's the only difference in what we saw this weekend.
Was Eli playing better?
Like, take a step back and look at what you really saw this season, what you really saw on Sunday. Eli played differently. He played a lot similarly to how he played in Houston. Only thing, they didn't win the game.
I'll give you that.
And now there's another game on Thursday.
That was the difference. That was the difference.
Right?
Eli got his player lay under him. Yeah.
It's amazing when your quarterback makes enough plays to put you in position to actually win a game, as opposed to scoring 15 points. Now, in Houston, he played well enough to put them in position to win the game. He got the ball back with 5 minutes left. He made more plays, and he went down, and he won the game.
But you know what the funny thing is? What sparked everything was Odell.
It was a Lil Wayne interview. It was a Lil Wayne interview that did it.
Odell, after Odell Saquon played, that all of a sudden everybody started getting hyped up. That's when turnover started happening. And
that was only because of the interview? They only called that because of the interview.
Well, like Phil Sims, your boy said, he says, if a team can't handle this little controversy, they're much of a team.
Let's talk again about how we called that on the show.
Thank you. Again, that was put another check mark in my column.
Oh God!
I believe it was me who said, "Can we see him on a reverse?" I'm waiting for him on a reverse to step back and throw the damn ball, because everybody knows it's coming, right?
It was you.
Thank you, buddy.
Having the conversation.
They called a reverse week 1 against the Jaguars when we were down in the red zone. They called a reverse to Odell on like 3rd and 8, and Odell stopped. If you go back and look at the tape, Odell stopped like he was going to throw it, but the throw wasn't there.
Yeah.
And then he got tackled for a loss. So they were ready to call that week 1, and maybe our whole season's different.
Well,
what's up, fellas? What's good? I'm all right. How y'all doing?
All right, man.
So what's your thoughts on Olivier Vernon coming back? Do you think he'll make an impact?
I hope so. But he played. I think he's going to play well in Betcher's defense, and he was during the preseason. Well, I was just see it during the regular season. Or pretty much just put up or shut up. Vernon should be gone at the end of the season.
How desperate.
They need Vernon to get to the quarterback. They need somebody who can get to the quarterback. He's the only one that can. And I haven't seen him get to the. I've seen him pressure the quarterback a lot in the last 3 or 4 years. I haven't seen him get to the quarterback a lot. So Kareem Martin's going to have some competition.
Yeah. I feel that Eli, how Eli would do it in rainy weather. I'm scared for Eli in that rainy weather.
I'm scared for Eli if it's 80 and sunny.
I'm scared for us.
We gotta win because right now I'm not in New York.
Playoff.
I'm in Virginia, and I don't know where the hell these Eagles fans come from. Like they just come out of nowhere. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck. They won a Super Bowl. I understand that, but where all these fans come from?
You don't gotta tell me, man. I'm in North Carolina. There's fans all over the place.
Yeah.
And you know what? The other fan base that's everywhere is Pittsburgh Steelers are everywhere.
Oh yeah.
And I don't understand it.
I don't know. I really hope we win this game.
But
Yeah,
I'll
it's
tell
like
you right
Celtic
now,
and Laker fans being all over the place.
the nice part about this game is a Thursday game. This is our playoff game. You know, if we lose, at least I'm just gonna have a weekend of binging. Just get over it.
Uh-oh.
The list of shame is going to be heavily.
Yeah, first of all, that one's not gonna be able to
The
be
list of
stopped.
shame is going to include 4 bars that wouldn't give him any more liquor.
Number
It's going
one
to
on
be
my
no
list of
Giant
shame.
players. It's just going to be a list of bars in North Carolina that cut them off.
Number one on my list, that bitch who cut me off.
Yeah. Becky.
Who you think you are, Becky?
Becky from The Box is In. That bitch. If I order a check down, goddammit, you give me a check down.
We are going to have a long week coming back because don't we play on Monday next?
Yes, I believe we do.
I feel like it's Monday against the Falcons.
Sounds right.
Prime time.
Or it's Sunday night, I thought.
Check the schedule. Whoa. Yes.
Yeah. And again,
I was not looking forward to that.
you know what? I want to put a shout out to another guy that we gave a lot of crap to, especially last year. Eli Apple, you play well. You're playing well. You're shutting your mouth. You're doing what you got to do. I want to give him a little, a little credit.
Played well.
Yes, he pretty much does when he wants to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that. You're right. Yeah, that's probably nuts. Who knows what's going on?
How angry were you guys after the Landon Collins penalty?
Not really. I the minute the play happened, just from watching the league over the last couple of weeks, I knew it was coming. You can't do it.
But he put his hand on the ball. Like if you put your hand on the ball.
Well, was it his hand that hit the ball, or was it the other guy's hand that hit the ball? I thought it was the other guy's hand that hit the ball.
Michael Thomas pushed the player down.
Somebody's helmet hit his helmet.
It was a graze.
It was like a grade. It was incidental. It was either one.
I would have a problem if they called it on us and nobody else in the league was getting it called on. It's happening all over. Coaches are complaining about it. That and it's not. Tomlin won 41-17, and his press conference he was furious about the calls and the way the whole league was being officiated. So no, I didn't. I wasn't upset because it's par for the course with what we're seeing on Sundays. It wasn't anything. It just happened to us. So I'm not. It's happening to everybody, man. It's literally all over the place. Some of them are warranted, some of them aren't. But until the players cut it out and they change the way that they're playing and they stop leading with their damn heads, then it's going to continue to happen. And that's it. And that's all.
Well, that's the thing about it. I mean, most it used to be defensive guy to the ball. All hell can break loose after that. I could blow up everybody if I tipped the ball. And Landon Collins tipped the ball, and he wasn't going after the guy. Either Michael Thomas, he actually put his arms out. But, it is what it is. There's nothing. We can't go back in time and change it. It's not like we can go back in time and not draft Saquon and get Sam Darnold, even though we complain about it all the time. We got to deal with it, move on.
Nope.
The New York Football Giants. Justin Herbert.
So you're saying there's a chance? Not a fan.
He's okay.
Not a fan of Locke. The only guy I like in this draft is Herbert. Really?
What about
I'm not a Herbert fan either.
What about Jake Browning?
I don't think I take him that high.
Yeah, Will Grier from West Virginia. He's interesting.
Is that the kid from West Virginia? He's good,
Yeah.
but he's not a number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, that's my thing.
You could get him in the 3rd.
You might get him you can probably get him in the 2nd. We don't have a 3rd round pick. We can do that.
The only one that I could see where I wouldn't, and again, I mean, there's a lot. It's a long season, so let's see, how this whole thing plays out. But right now, if you're telling me off of what I've seen, and I have the number 1 pick in the draft, it's the kid from Oregon, and it's not even a question.
And not only that, but he starts week 1.
Yes.
Week 1.
Yeah, no wasting time.
How about this, guys? Bye. And I'm just curious. Let's say Eli's gone. Let's just take that off the board. Because I think James would literally storm the castle if we were building for Eli for another season.
I'm telling you right now. It would not surprise me, man. If he's standing and he wants to play, it would not surprise me, man, if they put it off for another year.
If he has a good game against Philly, then I understand.
Well, that's it. This is tomorrow night. This is his whole Giants career. It comes down to the one home game against Philly. It's the only game that Gettleman watches.
But if they held off on a quarterback,
there you go.
If they held off on would you guys be like, let's say, somebody who's a free agent, Teddy Bridgewater?
No.
Nope.
No, I'm drafting my quarterback. I'm not signing a scrap heap guy. No. And I'm not spending 20-something million on a scrap heap guy. No, I'm drafting a quarterback.
You wouldn't spend $20 million on Teddy Bridgewater. He hasn't played.
No, I wouldn't have to spend $20 million on Teddy Bridgewater because he comes with no knees. So, no, thank you. Okay, well, still, it's.
Well, I think Teddy Bridgewater has a little something in him.
Yeah, but I'm not. If you're telling me, Tim, I can get him dirt cheap to come in and compete with my number 1 pick overall, okay.
Well, let's say
I'm still drafting.
He's a Band-Aid for next year.
No.
Well, let's say they don't have a quarterback.
No.
I'm
done. I can't. You're not going to sell me on a year with Teddy Bridgewater. I'll kill myself. Then that should have been this year.
I'm trying to think who. I don't even know who else is a free agent as far as quarterback.
And I got news for you. In this league, with how desperate quarterbacks is, he's going to get a chance to start somewhere.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he'll get a chance to start somewhere. Yeah.
But a lot of quarterback needs were taken. That's what they were saying a couple weeks ago. There was only maybe a team above us that would go after a quarterback before we did. It was like San Diego. San Diego would go after a quarterback before we did.
Justin, let me ask you something. Justin, are you in a dynasty fantasy league?
Yes.
All right. What is the rule of your dynasty league? Like, if you picked somebody off waivers today, would you be able to still have that player not next year but the year following?
Yes.
Go pick up the backup quarterback from New Orleans. You're welcome.
That kid is a talent.
That kid is a star in the making. With Peyton.
I got to see him throw. I'm glad he can run.
Let me tell you something. Sean Payton would not be investing in that kid if the kid didn't have talent. And supposedly they love him.
With that kid being there, they still brought in Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, for this season, I don't think the goal is for him to be the quarterback next year. I think that's why I said, is it a dynasty year? Is it a dynasty league where you can keep him? I didn't even say next year. I said the year following. Like, I think Teddy Bridgewater is there because if something happens, God forbid, to Drew Brees this season, Bridgewater can step in and give them a competent quarterback that with their running game and with the offense that they have, that he could produce enough for them to win. I don't think there's any chance in hell that Teddy Bridgewater is going to be there next year, which then leads you to how long is Drew Brees going to play? And if next year ends up being his final season, then – but supposedly Peyton loves that kid. Supposedly Peyton loves that kid. Yeah, good luck with that.
He throws the ball down the field. I mean, that's...
Yeah, and these guys that want to play to 45, you really want to be getting hit like that at 41, 42, 43 years old. Like, I can't see these guys playing more than another 1 or 2 seasons at the most. Like, it just gets to a point where your body, like, God love you. Like, God, tip of the cap, man. Woof, that's tough. Jeez, that's tough, man.
So, I want to bring up something before we get off the air today. I just want to, give a shout out to my Red Sox fans out there.
All right, Dave.
You know what, Tim?
Yeah.
Who does Tim root for? What is he, a Philly fan?
I want to say 2 words to you that I can't say on the show anymore.
No,
I could. Fuck you, Tim. How about that? Talk about my Yankees like that. Considering you're not even a Red Sox fan. Come on. You can't latch on to other teams and talk shit. I'm not a Red Sox fan at all. No, I know. You can't latch on to other teams and talk smack. I'm a Celtic fan, so I could talk smack to you about the Sixers. I can't be I can't be a Celtic fan, and when the Raptors beat the Sixers, be like, hey, you lost to the Raptors last night. Silly.
So you guys going to get Bryce Harper now because you don't have enough bats?
No, I'm going to. But now that you said that, I'm calling Cashman tomorrow.
Screw Harper. I want Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah, they need pitching. I'd rather
He
have
can
him pitching
opt out.
than Harper.
He can opt out after this year. I want Clayton Kershaw.
I want Kershaw, and I want another pitcher, and I want Harper.
And I never want to see Lance Lynn's fat ass again. Bye, Lance. You can go hang out with Eli. It's cool. Mouth breather.
I love how angry Justin gets.
Oh, the force is strong in that one, my friend. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of anger.
The Eli interception on Sunday really made me angry.
One of these days, we will all watch the game at the same time. It might be weird, because I know we all get into it. I almost need to be by myself. Justin wants to kill Justin wants to kill everybody.
Listen.
James is
I would have you guys dying laughing. You'd be dying laughing.
I think.
It would be third down. I'm just like, just punt.
What? Watching with us?
No, they were waiting for us to come on.
Oh, wow. Well, you know what? I'll tell you the truth. Let's be honest here. So I was Chuck Knox posts these videos. So the NFL has this thing, and it's always stopped me from going through with this idea, but it seems like it's a free-for-all nowadays, where I guess before the games they publish something that says the accounts of this game can be broadcasted only by the NFL, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
But so for me, what my idea was, I always had an idea that I thought was brilliant, and I thought that the announcers during these football games are god-awful, and I thought that wouldn't it be interesting that if you had access to another avenue of listening, so a website per se or some association of the league where they gave educated fans the opportunity to announce games and give you a play-by-play account of what's going on, but through the eyes of an actual fan that has something invested in it, not Joe Buck, that it would be a good way to watch the game. And have fans of all these different teams announce the games and have all these different fans listening to these. So I'm all for going on during the game and giving a little play-by-play like during the second half or something like that in that 2-hour time frame that we would have to let that roll and have a good time with it. I think that would be pretty fun. Which we wouldn't be. Wow, how about that? So we can go live and we can get play-by-play during the whole game. Now that's something that would be fun. That would be fun. I would do that. That's fun.
We should do it. Do we really want to open Pandora's box?
We should do it.
That would be fun.
When we should do it? We should do it the Monday Night Football game against Atlanta.
And have time to play. Can we get a confirmation that that's the game that they come back on?
I'll look it up right now. Hold on.
Anybody look that up? So we don't have to rush it tomorrow night. We'd have time to plan, figure out who's going to be in the booth.
Yeah. Who's going to do the
Go on Discord this Monday night and make sure that it lines up with what we're watching. Boom. How about that?
Maybe we do the Monday night game even though it's not a Giants game. It's like a dry run.
Well, yeah, we'll make sure that I'm not gonna. Who plays Monday night? Green Bay and San Francisco. Shoot me. Ugh, that's gonna be awful.
Yep.
Unless
Monday,
you got somebody fantasy-wise, there's no reason to watch that.
Monday, 10/22 at 8:15 p.m. Giants at Falcons.
Sounds like a first night to go live, gentlemen.
We're going live. We're live. You can't play that drop.
Marco, why can't you play that drop?
We need to tell the people prior to the game that if you have little kids listening to this, it's not going to be proper.
Let's do that. No, I don't want to. No, I don't want it to be like if we're going to do it, let's do it right, and we have enough time to plan it and figure out who's going to do the play-by-play, who's going to do the commentary, who's going to do the little comment things, and we'll have some fun with it. We could have one person giving us questions or comments from the fans that are listening, that are watching, and we can decide who the hell is going to do what. We have enough time to make it so it's not a cluster when we do it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. Interesting.
A little 3-man booth with Marco interjecting questions from the fans.
Sideline reporter.
Justin, now I got to tell you, Justin. I'm down on the sidelines here. I'm elbowing for room with Josina Anderson on the sidelines, and I got to tell you, it was so great.
I saw little Wayne. He hates it in New York.
How about Justin? Are you good at doing Are you good at doing play-by-play?
I can do play-by-play.
Could you?
Give it a shot. I'll tell you what I'll do.
Now here's the thing: we don't have to. We can go back and forth. I mean, we could just have fun with it. That's the other thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think what we do is Sunday the Giants aren't playing. I think we hop on,
find a practice game,
and do a
Sunday night
non-Giants game and work out the kinks.
I like it.
Interesting. I'm all for it.
Another level.
Another level.
And another one.
Did you guys see that Lil Wayne went after Frank Iasola?
Yes.
Is there anybody that Lil Wayne's not going after?
Yeah, apparently it's everybody in New York, I guess. He's fired up. He went after. Yeah. He said something about Frank Iasola, the ESPN writer for the Knicks and shit. I don't even know what he said. I don't know.
Iasola made some kind of
I'll tell you the God's honest truth to what happened. I was at work and I went maybe a couple of hours without looking at my phone, and I got back to my phone and I saw the update was literally Lil Wayne says he fucks with Eli, take, and then like a little like semicolon, take shot at Frank Iasola. And I just was like, oh my God, it's like a bad dream. And I just shut my phone and ran away.
Is that why Eli breathes through the mouth? Is because Lil Wayne F's with him?
It could be.
Yeah?
Newsflash. Breaking news.
Yeah. Justice. He's our quarterback.
Eli.
Be more respectful.
Eli, I'm coming for you all season, man. All season long, baby.
Times have changed. Justin went full heel. He went full heel.
Well, did you see Eli's interceptions Sunday?
You know what? They might have been on Shepard. The second one?
But do we know that?
We don't know that, but assuming.
It's easy. It's easy for the quarterback to say, "Oh, I thought you were going the other way."
That's called an interception, jerk off.
All I know is Shepard was that after the first or the second, or it might have been after the first one, so it might not be the same one. But Shepard was pretty angry. That's the angriest that I've ever seen him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Run the right route.
First one.
Run the right route. I like it.
Loved it.
Get fired.
Loved it.
Now let's see a little attitude going into this game. All bets are off. Do whatever. There should be trick plays nonstop. That's what you need to do. But we can beat Philly. I'm going to put that out there right now. We can beat Philly. We've been in every game this season, other than the Dallas game, for whatever reason. Giants been in every game.
And do the Redskins, be honest with me, do the Redskins scare you? Hell no.
Not after I watched them against New Orleans.
Hell no.
I mean, we think we have kept the check down. Alex Smith has kept the check down.
I am the captain now.
And that's what it is. You take shots at captain for every time he checks down.
Captain shot those three up.
All right, guys. What's we gonna predictions for tomorrow? All right. Who wants to go first? Go ahead, Justin.
Giants scored 30 points for the second consecutive game. Giants 34, Eagles 27.
I'm going to say...
Saquon scores 2 touchdowns.
Oh, I like it. I'm going to say Giants win 27-20. I'm going to say I just have a feeling Carson Wentz goes down in this game. And
Carson goes down.
He goes down in this game. And then he gets hurt. And I'm going to have to say there's going to be a defensive touchdown for the Giants. That is my bold prediction for the week. What's that? Oh. Oh, that doesn't surprise me. You've been going this way since week 2, so that doesn't surprise me. But the reason I'm not mad about the season, guys, and just let's put it out there, is Eli. Let's say Eli, this is his last season. He goes, okay, we get the quarterback. Look, we still have a young core It's not like we have a bunch of an old team. We do not have an old team. It's like a young a good quarterback can pop in, and we can go right. Change the whole team around. And
No, I agree with that.
And coming next year, Saquon will just have another year under his belt. Odell, everybody's going to be signed back. Landon Collins will be signed back. And honestly, the way he's playing right now, we're not going to be having to pay him ridiculous money anyway. Landon Collins isn't getting the turnovers. Guess what? We're not going to have to pay you defensive MVP money. And then you would just have another draft class coming in on top of this. We could build the line a little bit better. Get another pass rusher. Teams to be. And then Eli can go for one more run. Huh? Yeah, and you know what? And people are like, "Oh, Jerry Reese did a good job." That tells you.
Yeah.
That's the reason he should have been fired, and the fact is these guys had coach as well. It shouldn't just be okay. You come in, you're either a superstar or you're nothing. You should be getting better every year, which we never saw with those draft picks. All right.
Peace out.
Matt.